The narrative of Without Remorse kicks off with a group of U.S. Navy SEALs embarking on a mission to liberate a CIA operative under captivity by the Syrian army. Following the successful rescue, team leader John Kelly makes a startling discovery: they are not within the confines of the Syrian army headquarters but find themselves in Russia. Acknowledging the error, they hastily devise a plan to exit the location. Regrettably, during their descent, they face an unexpected assault from a troop wielding an RPG, resulting in a breach in the floor beneath them and the entire squad plummeting to the ground level. Kelly swiftly initiated a counteroffensive, while Robert, a CIA operative involved in the mission, prioritized the rescue of the hostage. After eliminating all hostile forces, Kelly and his surviving team, alongside Robert and the rescued hostages, hurriedly made their way to the awaiting helicopter. Expressing his frustration, Kelly believed Robert had orchestrated an ambush targeting the Russian army base, but Robert vehemently denied any knowledge or intent to deceive. Fast forward 3 months, Kelly, having retired from the military, enjoys family time with his pregnant wife, Pam. During a visit to a friend's house, Kelly shares his recent role as a security guard. Meanwhile, another of Kelly's comrades, engaged in a hostage rescue mission in Syria, relishes moments with his own family. Tragically, as he steps out to dispose of trash, he is struck by a speeding car. His daughter's screams echoed in terror as she witnessed her father's lifeless body before her. Subsequently, a mysterious group systematically targeted and killed each of Kelly's comrades involved in a covert mission in Syria. On a particular night, as Kelly and his wife prepared for sleep in their upstairs bedroom, restlessness consumed Kelly, prompting him to descend for a midnight snack and some music. Abruptly, the house plunged into darkness, and intruders infiltrated, advancing towards their bedroom. In a swift and targeted attack, the assailants fired directly at the bed where Pam lay in deep slumber. Reacting to the disturbance from above, Kelly hastened to retrieve his firearm, spotting a shadowy figure whom he promptly shot. Despite managing to neutralize several intruders, Kelly sustained severe gunshot wounds. Fortunately, one assailant, out of ammunition and abandoning further attempts, fled Kelly's residence. The subsequent day found Kelly hospitalized, nursing a substantial gunshot injury. Following the incident, a significant assembly unfolded, bringing together CIA officials and the SEALs. In this gathering, Robert recounted the sequence of events during Kelly's squad's mission to rescue the hostage. Subsequently, a collective decision was made to launch an inquiry into the matter. In the hospital, Kelly regained consciousness only to be gripped by profound sorrow upon learning of the horrific demise of his wife and unborn child. When Karen, his former SEAL superior, paid him a visit, Kelly implored her to disclose the identities of those who had attacked him. Regrettably, Karen informed him that the case was under investigation, and she remained unaware of the perpetrators. A few days later, Karen found herself summoned to an exclusive meeting in Washington, D.C., attended by Robert and Secretary of Defense Thomas Clay. During this closed-door session, Robert revealed that the assailants responsible for Kelly's wife's death were Russian soldiers affiliated with the FSB, Federal Security Service of the Russian Federation. Their actions were deemed retaliation for the Kelly team's assault on the FSB headquarters in Aleppo, Syria. To compound matters, the United States intended to close the case, opting not to provoke tensions with Russia. Nevertheless, Karen found it difficult to reconcile with the decision. Over time, Kelly continued his rigorous training sessions aimed at recovering his physical well-being. Then, one day, Karen approached him with the revelation that Russian soldiers were behind the attack, though the case had already been closed. Concerned for Kelly, Karen handed over files and photos, linking a passport forger named Andrei to the Russian army's infiltration into America. It seemed likely that Andrei held crucial information about the mastermind behind the attack. That evening, following a training session, Kelly returned home, immersing himself in alcohol. Subsequently, he made his way to Andrei's office. Employing a ruse of inebriation, Kelly engaged in a confrontation with 2 of Andrei's bodyguards. Observing Andrei entering his car, Kelly swiftly retreated to his own vehicle. Pursuing Andrei, Kelly executed a strategic collision, trapping Andrei's car between a truck and a sedan, impeding his exit. Exploiting the situation, Kelly set Andrei's car ablaze before confronting him at gunpoint, demanding the identity of the orchestrator behind the attack on him and the tragic death of his wife. Despite Andrei's resistance, Kelly resorted to shooting him in the leg to compel him to divulge the information. Eventually, he disclosed a single name, Viktor Rykov. The assault on Andrei escalated tensions between the United States and Russia, with political observers speculating that it might ignite a new Cold War. In the wake of these developments, Karen paid a visit to Kelly, now held in prison following the altercation with Andrei. During their meeting, Kelly asserted his determination to locate and eliminate the assassin, regardless of his whereabouts. Shortly after Kelly's return to his prison cell, he faced forced removal by several prison officers. Defying their orders, Kelly engaged in a barehanded struggle against them. Overpowered, the officers relented only after Kelly took one of them hostage, prompting their gradual retreat from the cell. Subsequently, a messenger sent by Clay requested Kelly's presence, leading him to an office where he was tasked with identifying photos and confirming the name obtained from Andre. After disclosing Viktor Rykov's name, Robert revealed that Rykov was a former Spetsnaz officer turned Russian spy, a long-standing target of the CIA. According to intelligence, Rykov currently resides in Murmansk, Russia. Fueled by the knowledge that his wife's killer still thrived, Kelly offered to assist in apprehending Rykov, proposing to expose him to the CIA. Initially reluctant, Clay consented, stipulating that Kelly must return to prison once the mission reached completion. Kelly, alongside Karen and the CIA team, readies for departure on a plane bound for Russia. After a few hours in flight, as they approach Russian territory, Kelly gears up for a parachute jump. Suddenly, their aircraft falls victim to an assault by Russian warplanes, igniting the plane's wings in flames. The ensuing chaos propels the plane into a rapid descent, culminating in a plunge into the frigid waters of the Barents Sea. The collision prompts water to infiltrate the cabin as Kelly and the squad scramble to escape, ultimately surviving the ordeal. Utilizing a Zodiac boat, they navigate toward the Russian border and find refuge in a secure location. Kelly optimistically notes that the attack on their plane plays to their advantage, as the Russians likely presume their demise. However, Kelly's trust wavers as he grows suspicious of Robert, who did not join them. The notion that Robert may have betrayed them, exposing their arrival to the Russians, takes root in Kelly's mind. Upon their eventual reunion in Murmansk, where Robert is socializing with Russians, an enraged Kelly confronts him, accusing him of treason as a potential informant for the Russians. Robert rebuffs Kelly's allegations, asserting that he was in Murmansk after learning of the attack on the plane carrying Kelly. Believing his entire team to be deceased, Kelly, accompanied by 2 assassins, sets out to eliminate Viktor, having discovered his presence in a city apartment. Robert vehemently asserts his innocence, swearing he is not a traitor, a plea that eventually gains Kelly's trust. In the evening, Kelly, Karen, and the team launch an assault on Viktor's hideout, only to find him eerily anticipating their arrival. To their surprise, Viktor is donned in a suicide vest, seated and clutching a bomb trigger. He declares Kelly and his team mere pawns manipulated by America to incite war with Russia. According to Viktor, pawns like them are expendable in the pursuit of the king's desires. Following his ominous proclamation, Viktor detonates the bomb, obliterating the room. A swift check confirms the survival of the team, but a sniper takes aim, resulting in the death of one team member. The sniper extends the casualties by killing 2 Russian policemen on patrol outside, ensuring that Kelly and the team will be blamed for their deaths. Under relentless sniper fire, they seek refuge in the darkened remnants of Viktor's apartment. In a daring move, Kelly maneuvers through a breached wall, pinpointing the sniper's location. Eventually, they successfully neutralize the sniper. Regrettably, the apartment building's surroundings were swarmed by Russian police and soldiers. Kelly, displaying leadership, directed his team to escape through the rear alley while he confronted the encircling forces. In a daring move, Kelly hurled grenades at parked cars to create a diversion, allowing Karen and her squad to slip away. The intense firefight between Kelly and the Russian soldiers raged on. Positioned on the ground floor, Kelly strategically deployed a bomb, inflicting heavy casualties on the Russian soldiers. Seizing an opportunity, Kelly donned a Russian army uniform, concealing his identity with a tear gas mask, and staggered to a waiting car. Evading the Russian army's encirclement, he fled to the rendezvous point with his team. The subsequent day found Kelly, nursing injuries, almost losing consciousness while driving. Fortunately, he reached the team's gathering spot. Without delay, the entire team, including Robert, departed Russia by ship, reflecting on Viktor's ominous words about being pawns in fulfilling the king's wishes. Robert proposed a plan: Kelly should stage his death to pursue the elusive mastermind behind these events. In Washington, Kelly took a bold step by abducting Clay from a restaurant restroom, determined to unravel the mysteries that had entangled them all. Kelly proceeded to interrogate Clay, leveraging the threat of pursuing his family as retribution for the myriad ordeals he had endured. Eventually, Clay disclosed the motive behind dispatching Kelly on the mission. The United States aimed to initiate a conflict with Russia, purportedly to stimulate the economy and establish dominance, evoking fear worldwide. Clay sought to rally the American populace against a common enemy, Russia, with Kelly and his team serving as nothing more than pawns. These revelations fueled Kelly's fury. In a fit of rage, he submerged his car into the Potomac River, ensuring Clay's demise within. A few days later, Clay's death was officially declared a suicide, and a military ceremony laid him to rest. Simultaneously, Kelly, declared dead during his supposed flight to Russia, found a final resting place beside his wife's grave, effectively evading a prison sentence. In the film's culmination, Robert delivers the incriminating voice recording, captured just before Kelly's act, to the president. With Karen's assistance, Kelly embarks on a new life beyond America, adopting a fresh identity. The film's poignant message underscores the readiness of military personnel to sacrifice for their country. Yet, it also highlights the bitter truth that their sacrifices can be in vain when individuals exploit their positions and power for personal gain. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you want to watch more videos like this. Thank you for watching and see you again soon. Take care.